Well, welcome back to Main Minutes. Main Minutes, and today, well, here we have it, back on Main Minutes. Main Minutes, once you get to know it, is the best show, and I hope you enjoy it. Well, Main Minutes, once again, I know you've been looking forward to it, so have I, so has my special guest, Lachie Neale. Just going to get to know a little bit about yourself, mate. We're going to find out, just for the viewers out there, and there are millions, this is the #1 show in the world.
I've heard.
And all the boys at the club watch it. It's a regular Tuesday night thing. But just to give them a little bit of info of where you come from, and just a little bit of background on where you're from and your family and your footy and where you played back in South Australia.
Yep, yeah, so obviously as Manny said, I'm from good old South Australia, a crow eater. I'm originally from the country, the southeast in Narracourt, on a farm about 15 minutes out. So lived on there for a lot of my early days, moved up to Adelaide when I was 14. Just played mainly school footy and for Glenelg there, and back in the country played for a small town called Kybe Bowlight. Moving
on to obviously one of the biggest days of your life, and it was one of my most proudest moments and biggest day of my life, draft day.
Yeah.
How did you feel going into it? Were you nervous? Were you expecting something? Anyone told you? Different clubs have told you you're going here, you're going there, and a shock you end up in Fremantle, or?
It was sort of probably a bit different to me compared to some of the other boys that went before me, because I wasn't really sure if I was going to go or not. State screenings was obviously pretty tough and a pretty hard day. So leading into the draft, I was sort of spoken to a few clubs, and you hear things like, you're going to go here, or these clubs that I've spoken to aren't interested anymore, really.
Yeah.
Or you sort of get a fair idea, and I sort of thought Freo were one of the leading contenders.
You've obviously in the end being picked up by Fremantle.
Yep.
What were your initial reactions and your family's reactions?
Yeah, I had both mum and dad there, and a couple of friends, but not many, just in case I didn't get picked up. Wouldn't have been too great sitting there. So yeah, when they called my name out, I was pretty excited, obviously. Mum just started crying, and dad was pretty excited as well. So yeah, I was really nervous before the draft, and then when it happened, I was just excited and couldn't wait to get over here.
Well, yeah, as you said, obviously the whole family pretty excited about you coming across.
Yeah.
Have they made a trip across yet?
Yeah, they were here for the induction a couple of weeks ago, so they've had a look around the club and got to see where all the boys train and what we do inside the club, so it was good for them to have a look around. And
since you've come over, how have you adjusted to the environment, obviously the heat, being in a host family, and then with the boys at the club, who's been there to kind of show you the ropes a bit?
Yep. Well, yeah, came over and I started living with Paul Duffield. The first thing I noticed was the heat. Obviously, it's really hot over here. Everyone sort of compared it to Adelaide with the heat, like they say, you'd be used to it because Adelaide's pretty hot as well, but it's definitely a lot hotter over here. So that's been the main thing, and the training load and stuff as well, obviously. But yeah, started living with Duff, and he helped me get a good insight and feeling around the place pretty quickly, so he settled me in really well and sort of just followed him for the first couple of weeks. And then, yeah, into the hosties now in Bibra Lake, which is 10 minutes from the club, which is pretty good.
And living with Alex,
yeah,
one of the other boys
Alex
that was
Forster.
drafted, Alex Forster, who will be later in the shows.
Yeah, Alex and I are in the same host family. We've known each other for a good 10 years now and been pretty close mates the whole time, so it was pretty surreal coming to the same club as him.
Yeah, well, I think in the end we picked up four? Three South Aussies.
We're all from Narracourt, which is a little fun fact for you.
I know you did play league footy. Who did you play for in South Australia?
Glenelg.
League footy for Glenelg. So you've had a bit of taste for league footy. You've come across. What have you found probably the most challenging aspect of our training?
Probably just the intensity that it's run at, like with league and Glenelg. Coming from the 18s, I thought it was a big step up, but then it was just another massive step from league up to here. So I started doing pre-season with the league in Glenelg. So I got a feel for that, and then came here, and yeah, it was a big jump up in intensity. And
yep. And I know you've got massive little carvies on you. You know, at the moment, Clarkie, I think, is 52 for each leg for calf raises.
Calf raises, yeah.
What are you sitting at?
I think with my left, I actually got a few more. I was sitting about 56.
56.
My right was about 49, so I need to work on the
Definitely
right
need to
side.
work on your right
Yeah.
side. Well, just a few little quick answer questions now and trying to get a bit of a feel for you. But
Yeah.
we're going to go with favourite colour.
Blue or pink?
Pink.
Mm.
Does that just want to be able to stand out?
No,
or
I don't
just
know. It's a nice shade.
Nice shade,
Yeah, I
okay.
like it.
Favourite sport other than football?
Basketball?
Basketball?
Yeah.
Who do you support? Chicago?
No,
I'm probably not going to guess every single time.
Warriors.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
That's interesting, that one.
Yeah.
What about favourite movie?
Taken?
Taken?
Seen that?
Yep, have seen that.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Liam Nelson.
Nice.
But there you have it from Locke, South Australia boy. You've been terrific on the show, mate. And, thanks for being a part of the main minutes.
No worries. Thanks for having me, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.